Fans, thank you very much and welcome back to Ticats Stadium, Tim Hortons Field in beautiful Hamilton, Ontario. The Trojans just went a quick 3-and-out, loss of 4 in the backfield right away, and we have a player shaken up for the Trojans. Injured player for the Trojans was number 10, Robson. Good to see him getting off under his own power and walking off the field. 2nd down and 12 here for the Ontario All-Stars. Boston Berry on the quarterback keeper. Good gain, gets beyond midfield all the way down to the 49-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards. That's going to bring up a third down. Third down and about 6 yards to go for the Ontario All-Stars. Barry in the pistol formation. Fin package fullback over to the right hand, to the far right. Procedure on the offense. And here we go. Fin right this time. Barry back to pass, taking a shot downfield. Intended and complete to the big guy, number 35. That is Jesse Jansen out of Cambridge, Ontario. Good completion of about 20 yards. That's a first down for the Ontario All-Stars. Barry with lots of time there, just found that nice little soft spot in the zone there. Nice little sit-down route, and the Ontario All-Stars with the ball, first down to go on the 32-yard line of the Trojans. Barry in the pistol formation. Trojans bringing pressure. Handoff to O'Hagan, met in the backfield by a number of Trojans, led by number 11, who I don't have on my roster card here, folks. Sorry about that. And he's met for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. Second down. Quads to the wide side of the field. Boston takes it off to the left side himself. Good gainer on that play. Got that lost yards back again. Gain of about 7 or 8 yards. That's going to bring up a third down and about 6 again. Just fake the inside zone handoff there. Everybody bit at the running back. Quarterback pulled it up and went over the left side. Good read by Boston Barry on that, the quarterback out of Cambridge, Ontario. Barry in the pistol formation. Fullback set up to the right-hand side. Fin right position. Little jet sweep action coming in here. And he's met in the backfield. It was handed off to the big running back for the Ontario All-Stars. I believe it's number 30. Don't have number 30 again for the Ontario All-Stars listed down here. I know it's a gentleman out of Clarington. So that brings up a 4th down and 9 here for the Ontario All-Stars. 4 receivers to the wide side of the field, 1 receiver to the shallow side. Fake the inside handoff, got a little bubble screen action happening in here. Completed to number 10, met right away by number 7 for the Trojans. Again, Nelson on the tackle. It was completed to number 10, Damian Plazazzi out of Cambridge. Not enough for a first down, so turnover on downs for both teams so far, and the Trojans have the ball, first down and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line of the Trojans. First down, 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Trojans break the huddle. Number 5, Party is the quarterback. Timeout, Trojans. And here we go. Trojans break the huddle. Pistol formation. 2 receivers to each side of the field here. Motioned over to the left. Jet sweep action. Getting to the edges. Number 20 for the Trojans. Gets over to the right side. Good gain on that play of about 9 yards. Brings up a second down. That was number 20, Graham, on the carry on the jet sweep action coming from the left to the right. Ball is on the right hash on the 42-yard line. About a 2nd and 1 here to go. Trojans break the huddle, pistol formation, 2 receivers to each side of the field, 1 running back, so the tight end in there on the ground. Jet sweep action, handoff inside, the ball is bobbled, picked up again by number 13. Hammered in the backfield by number 66, Alex Palazic. It is enough for a first down. So first down for the Trojans, ball on the 45-yard line. Quarterback keeper this time in the Wildcat formation, tripped up in the backfield by number 17 for the Ontario All-Stars. That's Caden DeBoer, the cornerback slash safety. Tackled for a loss of about 4 yards on that, bringing up a second down. That was number 1 at the quarterback that time. Lockhart was the quarterback in kind of a Wildcat formation, just on the straight quarterback sweep. Nothing doing there. Good speed on the kid. This time Lockhart comes out to play receiver, and it looks like number 5, Purdy, is back in at quarterback. This time he's got 1 receiver to the top of the field, 2 to the inside. A little bit of a miscommunication. Number 20's caught in the backfield, and he's tackled for a big loss there. Number 34 for the Ontario All-Stars with the tackle. That is Reggie Arafov, the defensive end, thrown down for a loss of about 12 yards. That's bringing up 3rd down and a small country mile. It is 3rd down and 26 to go for the Trojans with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Both defenses have been playing very solid so far. 2 receivers each side of the field. A little jet sweep action, handoff to number 3 this time for the Trojans. Net right away. That is number 7, the littlest Ontario All-Star with the biggest heart. Chase Smith from the safety position absolutely whacks the receiver on the jet sweep. And that's going to be a 4th down, move the sticks 30 yards, and it's going to be Ontario ball with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Good stand by the defense there on the Ontario All-Stars. So Ontario with great field position at the 54-yard line. Boston Berry is the quarterback. Akapova is in at the running back position there. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Play is now blowing in, and here we go. Boston Berry with barking out the signals. Back to pass. Pressure. Dumps it off to Akapova, and he's caught in the backfield right away by, I believe it was number 10. It's good to see him back on the field. Robson on the tackle. Loss of about 4 yards. Brings up a 2nd down. Both teams are flexing their defensive might so far in this game. Ontario has 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Little jet sweep action for Ontario. Nothing doing this time for number 10 on the carry for the All-Stars. That is Palazzi, the gentleman out of Cambridge, throwing down for a loss of about 4 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and long here for the Ontario team. 3rd down and about 20 yards to go for Ontario. Quickly to the line. Pressure coming on Barry. Barry scrambles out to his left, throws the ball, falls incomplete. Had a receiver there, number 32. Bowman Thompson was the intended receiver. So on the 4th down there, the Ontario All-Stars will sacrifice the 30 yards, punt the ball, and it's going to be 1st down for the Trojans. Ball is being placed on the 38-yard line of the Trojans. 1st down, Tenacity. Little bit of a breeze has picked up here at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. Wind seems to be coming and it seems to be at the Trojans' back right now, so it's coming from the right to the left from my broadcast position. And here we go. Trojans break the huddle. They've got 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, 1 to the near side, a fullback and a tailback. Little swing pass, almost picked off by number 34. For the Ontario team, read that play. That is Reggie Arafov, who almost had the pick 6 there. Brings up a 2nd down.
Let's go!
Fans, we thank you very much for joining us here as this will be one of the last 2 plays of the first quarter here from Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. The Tenacity Trojans versus the OFL Ontario All-Stars. Great to have you here. My name is Ron Forwerda. Thank you very much for WeeStreem for streaming this game so we can bring this to you. Trojans with the ball, pistol formation, fin to the right, little swing pass over to the left here, and it's caught by number 1. Breaks a tackle by number 23. Good play there. Number 1, Lockhart with the reception. 23 missed the tackle but stayed with him long enough to make the play. Trying to find the number here, number 23 for the Ontario All-Stars. That's Tyson Paul on the tackle, and it is going to be enough for a Trojan 1st down, and that was the last play of the first quarter. So no score at the end of the first quarter here as we're just waiting for them to change ends of the field here. All right, fans, play is resumed here at the start of the second quarter. Ball is on the 51-yard line of the All-Stars. Trojans ball. First time across midfield. Let's see what they can do with it now. Pistol formation, fullback off to the right, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Little pitch back play to number 20, it looks like. Good speed on that young man. Gets out to the outside edge. He's got a little bit of a running lane to go. Big tackle at the end by number 12. I believe that was Theon Sapp on the tackle. Yep, Theon Sapp, the player out of London. Number 20 on the carry for the Trojans. That's Graham. And it looks like he's going to be short. Looks like he's going to be short of a first down by about a yard. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1 after the gain of 9. Just a little toss play out to the outside there. Got to the edge on the right-hand side. And let's see what happens here on this 2nd down and 1. New running backs in there as well. Power I formation, so 3 running backs in the backfield. Quarterbacks on their center. Toss play this time to number 1. He's met in the backfield right away and brought down. Number 99 for the Ontario All-Stars was the first there, and that is Kata, the gentleman out of Clarington. But then he was met by a herd of Ontario players. Number 17 was there, DeBoer and Smith was there. So a number of All-Stars were there. Threw him down for a loss of 4 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Number 5, Purdy, appears to be the quarterback here. So this time they've got a receiver to each side of the field. 3 running backs in a straight line. The offset. Here comes the offset power. Motion number 7 out of the backfield to the fin position. Toss to number 20 this time off the left edge. Makes the first man miss. Gets to the outside. He's going to be really close to a first down on that. Just a simple toss play made the first man miss. That was number 20 again, Graham. DeBoer had a chance to hit him in the backfield. Great move by the young man. He's going to be short of the first down. It's going to bring up about a 4th and about a yard and a half, according to the spot of the ball here. Trojans break the huddle. Straight ahead, dive play. He's met in the backfield right away. I don't think he got it. The Ontario All-Stars brought the house. Number 35 for the All-Stars. Stopped him in the backfield for a loss of 2. That's Jesse Jansen. Was out there making the tackle. Turnover on downs. Ontario ball on the 43 yard. They had to get to the 42, did not get there, lost about a half a yard, and all of a sudden now Ontario has the ball again. Ontario quickly to the line of scrimmage, making a change in at quarterback now. Gentleman out of Durham. Timeout, Ontario. No, they're not calling a timeout. They're just allowing the subs. No, they are calling a timeout. It's a timeout, Ontario All-Stars. And out of the timeout, again, the quarterback out of Durham is now at the in the quarterback position. Brings a little bit of pressure. The ball is fumbled down there. Just peace of mind to pick it up. So it looks like we had a little bit of miscommunication out there. Loss of about 13 yards on that. That's going to bring up a second down. Ontario All-Stars quickly to the line. Back to pass this time, pressure coming, just a little screen pass. Akapova with the catch, but he's met right away, actually throwing down for a loss of a half a yard. Brings up a third down on the swing pass. Ontario All-Stars substituting lots of different players in there. O'Hagan appears to be the running back now behind the Durham quarterback. Straight handoff, he's met in the backfield right away. O'Hagan fighting for big yards, but he's throwing down for a loss of 3. Number 5 was the first in the backfield. That's Purdy, the quarterback, who's also playing some outside linebacker for the Trojans. Met him in a loss, and again, we're going to see a punt position here. The ball's going to go up 30 yards, and it's going to be the Trojans' ball.
Be aggressive, let's go! That's it. Let's go!
And here we go, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first half. No score, Trojans and Ontario All-Stars. Trojans with the ball on the Ontario 52, so they're slowly starting to take the field position battle. A little bit of miscommunication. Number 5 in at quarterback for the Trojan. Offset position, 2 receivers at the top of the field. Pitch outside to number 7 right away, and he's met right away. Gain of about a half a yard. That was Nelson on the carry. Pitch over the left-hand side. Nothing doing there. Big number 95. Patient was the first one there on the tackle, the gentleman out of Clarington, and he was also met there by number 39, or actually might be number 99, excuse me, Michael Cata was also there meeting them. So the defensive tackles definitely making their mark in this game. Thin position, toss play, straight up ahead. There's flags all over the field here. Number 7 with the carry. Good gain on the play, but we'll wait to see what the flags are. There's 2 flags on the field, one on the far side, one in the backfield. Illegal substitution, too many men, Trojans. So we're going to repeat second down after marking off the 5-yard penalty. Check that. It's a 10-yard penalty for illegal substitution. Too many men on the field. That's going to bring up a second down and 19 for the Trojans. Ball is now on the 51-yard line of the Trojans. Trojans break the huddle. One receiver to the top of the field, one to the bottom. Now they motion out another slot receiver. Thin right position, fullback offset to the right. Toss play to number 1 is just trying to get to the edge here. Met in the backfield right away by the Ontario All-Stars, number 65 in on the tackle. That was Keaton Grit, the defensive lineman, and number 23 as well, Tyson Paul, were there making the tackle, throwing him down for a 5-yard loss. And again, neither of the offense have had much success in here. This game has all been defense so far. So again, the Trojans have the ball. A little bit of confusion lining up. One receiver to each side of the field. Direct snap to number 20, tries to go over the right-hand side, nothing doing there. Met in the backfield again by number 66, Alex Pozaic. And I believe we're going to see the 30-yard punt. Yep, they've decided to kick the ball. It's going to move up 30 yards, and Ontario now has the ball back, and it's going to have the ball about the 44-yard line. Ball is placed on the 44-yard line. First down, Ontario All-Stars. Boston Berry backing at quarterback, 2 receivers each side of the field. Motion to the fullback. Inside handoff to number 30 this time. The Clarington product trying to break it over the right side. Nothing happening there. Good team speed there shown by the Trojans. Loss of about 3 yards. That's going to bring up a second down. Cameron Von Dett, the Clarington property, was the gentleman on the carry. Loss of about 2.5 yards. Second down and 12 here. Boston Berry in at quarterback in the pistol formation. Swing pass out here to the fullback. Big number 6 rumbling downfield. Gain of about 5 or 6 yards. That's going to bring up a third down and 8. Number 6 on the reception. That's Isaiah Party on the reception there. Good gain by the big man out of Cambridge. Gained about 6 yards back. We're looking at a third down and 7 here for the Ontario All-Stars. As we reach the 3-minute warning here, no score in the first half of football. Boston Berry motioning in there. Inside handoff to O'Hagan. O'Hagan rumbling straight forward. Good gainer. Got about 4.5, 5 yards on that. It's going to be short of the first down, but knowing Coach Kinnamy like I do, I believe they're going to go for it on this second down and about 3. The Ontario All-Stars are going for it. They're electing not to punt the ball here. 4th down and 3 yards to go. Motion across there. High snap. O'Hagan does pick it up, but he's throwing down for a loss, and the Trojans have the ball. So on the turnover on downs, the Trojans are in plus territory at the 44-yard line with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the first half. Very quick moving half of football so far here. And again, at the beautiful Tim Hortons Field here, home of the Hamilton Ticats in Hamilton, Ontario, the Tenacity Trojans out of Baltimore, Maryland against the OFL Ontario All-Stars, a collection of gentlemen and ladies from all over the province of Ontario here. And again, here we go. So the Trojans direct snap, inside handoff to number 30 this time. Nothing doing. Both defenses have really been flexing their muscle in this game. Number 17 in on the tackle there. That's Caden DeBoer. Called his name a couple of times. Had the pleasure of coaching Caden myself for a number of years. Fantastic kid. He's had a fantastic spring, summer season, and looking forward to another fall season. DeBoer threw him down for a loss of 1. Trojans have a second down 11 to go. Ball is right on the 45-yard line, midfield, left-hand side, going into the right end zone with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Trojans barking out signals, trying to get a little bit of motion out there. Trying to look for a swing pass. This time the quarterback's got some room to run on the outside here. Broken down. Gain of about 2 yards. Number 65, I believe it was, in on the tackle. That's Keaton Gritt, who's playing, that's number 66. Alex Pulaski, who's in on the tackle. Gained of about 2 yards on that. Brings up a third down and 9 on the 43-yard line. This is really being pressure, but both teams have led on defenses here. Both teams' defense has been really, really outstanding so far. 1 minute exactly left to go in the first half. Trojans are taking their time, not really much urgency. We saw that earlier with their younger team as well. Doesn't quite have the same urgency, making sure they're getting everything right. So this time they've got 2 running backs in the backfield, quarterbacks under center, 1 receiver to each side of the field. Oh, this time they go to the 3 running backs in the backfield in that straight power I. Toss to number 20. Not much happening out there. He's met right away in the backfield, thrown down for a big loss, led by number 23. Tyson Paul again. Nothing doing on the run game. This Ontario All-Star team has really come to play here. 26 seconds left to go in the first half. 4th down and about 13 yards to go. The Trojans have decided to punt the ball. Oh, maybe not. They're waiting. They're deciding not to punt the ball. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. If you enjoy defensive football, this has been a really hard-hitting defensive battle here by both teams. The Trojans, great speed. The Ontario team, very physical at the point of attack. It is a timeout, Ontario. This will be the last play of the first half as Ontario calls its second timeout today. Defensive coach Josh Faulkner in there. Coach Barry, Coach Smith, all the coaches from around different parts. The Mustangs organization out of London, Cambridge Lions out of Cambridge, of course. We've got kids from the Toronto Jets, the Vaughan Rebels, Clarington Knights. Just a great collection of athletes from all over the province on this Ontario All-Star team. It truly is an all-star team. It's been a fantastic job. I was coaching with these guys, helping them out. Great job with these young men who have worked really, really hard. They've had some adversity with the weather and everything else. Haven't been able to get a full practice in. Up until last night was the first one. So here we go. The Trojans with the ball, and it is a 4th down with no time left on the clock. I would imagine we're going to see some type of quarterback scramble or a pass on this. Back to pass, little swing pass, falls incomplete, and that is the end of the scoreless first half of football. Both defenses really doing a great job out there. The Tenacity Trojans, no score. The OPFL All-Stars, no score. fans will be back in about 10 minutes with the resumption of this final game here today from beautiful Tim Hortons Stadium in Hamilton, Ontario. Don't you dare miss it.
sign fell over. Your sign fell over.
And fans, welcome back to the second half of action here at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. Ontario All-Stars with the ball. Boston Berry back to pass, and he's met in the backfield. He's going to be sacked for a loss of about 10 yards on that. Met by a number of Trojans in the backfield, led by number 5. That is Party, again, the quarterback, playing some outside linebacker defensive line there. Throwing him down for a 10-yard loss. Great coverage downfield. We're trying to find McCauley or O'Hare on the carry.
Come on, oh!
Ontario back to the line of scrimmage really quick. A little bit of a high snap. Inside handoff to Von Det. And it's met in the backfield again. Good penetration again by both defenses. Loss of about 2 yards. Brings up a 3rd down and long here for Ontario. The wind is at Ontario's back. It is a much brisker breeze than it has been at any time today. The flags are definitely flapping here at Tim Hortons Field. And we have a 3rd down in about 22 yards to go. Barry back to pass, throws it out. Intended for McCauley out on the right-hand side here. That pass falls incomplete. And I would imagine the All-Stars will choose to punt the ball, and that'll put the ball about 51-yard line of Ontario. Trojans with the ball.
Come on, D!
And here we go. The ball is on the 49-yard line of Ontario. Trojans with the ball. 1st down and 10. 10 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter here. See what the Trojans can do. Pistol formation. 3 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Back to pass this time. The pass falls incomplete. Intended for number 1. That is Lockhart, who was the intended receiver. Good coverage there by the Ontario All-Stars, number 23. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the gentleman's name. Just a note, when you hand me a roster, it's always a lot better if you give them in number sequence rather than alphabetical order. That was Tyson Paul on the coverage. Second down and 10 here for the Trojans. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Ball's in the middle of the field. 1 to the far side. Pistol formation. Back to pass. Throws it up. And it's caught by number 20. Good catch all the way down to the 12-yard line. 65 was in on coverage there for the Ontario team. That was Keaton Grit, who was in on the coverage, but completed all the way down to the 18-yard line. 1st down Trojans. First time either team are operating with anything a little bit going on offense here.
Oh, get that ball!
New quarterback in for the Trojans, number 7. Nelson is back in there now. Different formation, straight ahead play. Nothing doing that time. He's met by all the defensive line of Ontario, led by number 95, Javon Patient, the big defensive tackle out of Durham. No gain on the play. That brings up a second down. Second down and 9 for the Trojans. They're in that offset look. 3 running backs, one quarterback, 1 receiver over on the right-hand side. This time number 1 keeps it straight ahead again. Nothing doing on the quarterback keep. That was Lockhart on the quarterback keep. Gain of about a half a yard. Again, brings up a third down, met by a number of Ontario players. That time it looked like number 35, Jesse Jansen, was in on the tackle on that. Trojans break the huddle. Number 20's in that quarterback. 3 receivers, 1 running back this time. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Number 20 with just a power sweep off to the left-hand side here. Not happening. Chase Smith was there to break up that in the backfield. Threw him down for a loss of about 2 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down here. Chase Smith, the little safety out of London, one of the smallest kids on the field. Great speed out of Chase Smith on that play.
Hey, Jay! Check pass! Just watch the ball in the back! Yeah, I got it. Drop to your zone! Jesse! You know it's quick! Alex, Jesse, quick! Alex, Jesse, quick! Alex! You got 10! Jesse!
6 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the third quarter. No score here in what has been a defensive struggle. Both teams are flexing their defensive might here. The Trojans have been knocking on the door, lost a couple yards on the last couple plays. This time they break the huddle. 1 receiver to each side of the field. Number 5 back in at quarterback. Back to pass, throws it up there. Knocked away at the last second. Caden DeBoer knocked it out of the wide receiver's hand, intended for Jamar Lewis. And again, DeBoer with a great take. Looked like Lewis had him beat on that. DeBoer came out of nowhere to knock it out. Turnover on downs. First down, Ontario.
That's how you play deep! That's how you play deep! Yes, sir! Hey, Orion!
Boston Berry back in at quarterback. Finn Wright. A little bit of orbit motion in here. Inside handoff. Pass. Caught. It's number 6, Party. He's at the 50. Down to the 55. Down to the 40. I'm not sure he's going to take it all the way. Big play by the fullback in the fin position. Party brings it all the way down to the 25-yard line. First down, Ontario All-Stars. Great pass and run there by the Cambridge duo. So Ontario back in the red zone for the first time today. Boston Berry kind of looking around for the play call. And here we go, motion the fin to the left this time. Inside handoff to O'Hagan. O'Hagan spins and meets the first guy, and he gets a gain of about 4 yards. First positive momentum here for Ontario's offense. Good gain by O'Hagan. 4 yards on the off tackle or the zone to the right here. Right play there brings up a second down and about 6 yards to go. Ontario back to the line of scrimmage quickly, showing a little bit of a crack motion, inside handoff. This time Bostonberry pulls it. Pressure met. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. After he's going to met in the backfield, loss of about 4 or 5 on that. Great pressure there by the Trojans. Thought they had something going on the outside there. It falls incomplete. Barry back in at quarterback, 3rd down and 11 here. Ball's on the 21-yard line. Fake the inside zone handoff. It's met in the backfield right away by number 22 for the Trojans. Puts the ball at the 35-yard line. Just waiting for the call on here. So Ontario decided they want to punt, but if you're inside half or inside the 40-yard line, you can't punt the ball. You can't pin them deep, so it's got to go for it here. Barry throws it, and its pass is completed, and it's down for a 1st down. Number 35, we've called his name a number of times here today. Jesse Jansen, playing out of the slot position, comes down with a huge catch for Ontario down to the 19-yard line, and there is an injured player on the field for Ontario. Bostonberry, the injured Ontario player, walking off under his own power, took a heck of a shot at the end of that play, delivered the completion, did what he had to do. It's 1st down Ontario. The ball is on the 14-yard line of the Trojans, and Ontario is knocking on the door. Still no score here. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Ontario knocking on the door. Durham quarterback is in the pistol formation. Let's see what they can do on this one. This time tries to draw on the inside handoff, pulls it, throws it. He's got McCauley wide open in the end zone. Touchdown! Oh, dropped it! Waiting for the call. I thought he had a touchdown on that. One person waved it off, one person mentioned touchdown. They're going to call that incomplete. I wasn't on the field. I didn't see it. It sure looked like McCauley had it in there. Nevertheless, it's going to bring up a 2nd down. Great pass by the Durham quarterback, finding the wide open McCauley in the back of the end zone. Fin position this time. They're going max protection, taking a shot in the end zone, throwing it deep. The ball falls incomplete. Again, quarterback took a late hit on that as he delivered the pass. That's going to bring up a 3rd down to go on the 14-yard line for the Ontario All-Stars. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in this scoreless battle. Trying to hit the swing pass out here to Buckley. Oh, had it in his hands and dropped it in the flats. And again, quarterback took a late hit on that. Brings up a 4th down. Substitutions being made by both teams on this. As Ontario is lining up to try a field goal. Ontario lining up for the 20-yard field goal attempt. This is number 5 from Vaughn. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is blocked. Dead ball on that. That was number 5 for the Ontario All-Stars. Kempa Peters, the wide receiver. The kick was blocked, and it's turned over on downs. So both teams have had the ball inside the red zone once, unable to capitalize. It is 1st down and 10 here for the Trojans on the 20-yard line. Check that, because they're saying the ball's going up to the 30-yard line. So it's 1st down for the Trojans on the 30-yard line. Trojans break the huddle. 1st down and 10. 1 minute 32 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter here. Three receivers to the wide side of the field, 1 receiver to the top of the field, alone on the boundary. Passes away. That's a long handoff. It's complete to number 31, and he's met right away by a thundering hit. Number 66 again, Alec Palatic, and number 7, Chase Smith, hammered the running back down. Loss of about 6 yards brings up a 2nd down. Second and 15, Trojans take the snap, taking a shot downfield. It is caught and completed. Late flag on there. It's all going to be for naught. You're going to have a late hit on the quarterback. It is a touchdown completion to number 1 for the Trojans. Touchdown, Jaden Lockhart with the reception. So the long touchdown pass is completed for our first score in the game. It was an unnecessary roughness call, roughing the passer against the Ontario All-Stars. So that'll be marked off on the kickoff. So the Ontario team will have the ball on the 15-yard line to start it as we line up for the extra point. Power formation, just taking the ball over to the left-hand side. Nothing doing, breaks the tackle, gets to the outside edge. Number 30 in for the extra point. Devin Weems in on the extra point for the 2-point convert, and that makes the score with 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 8 for the Trojans, no score for the Ontario All-Star. And here we go. Boston back in at quarterback after taking that ferocious hit. Von Dett is the running back. Ball's on the 15-yard line. First down, Ontario. A little bit of a play action pass here, being chased down. Fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by the Trojans on the 17-yard line. Number 30 brought the heat, got the recovery, and Devin Weems has got the Trojans back in business at the end of the third quarter. We have an 8-0 game for the Trojans, and the Trojans will have the ball on the 17-yard line. And here we go to start the fourth quarter here. Ball is on the 12-yard line. That's a correction, the 12-yard line of Ontario. Trojans break the huddle. 3 running backs, that power offset look. New quarterback in, takes the ball to the outside here. There's a hold on there that wasn't being called. There was being called now. That's going to be a holding call. This is going to be coming back here. Clear as day, a holding call on the edge there. So after the holding call, it is a first down, first and goal repeated again. No, it's a first down and 20 from the 22-yard line. Knights break the huddle. New quarterback in is Lockhart, is in at quarterback now. As number 5, Deshaun Party's day seems to be done. Jet sweep action, faked it. Not happening at all as he's met in the backfield by a number of defenders. Reggie Arafov and number 35 as well. That's Jesse Jansen in on the tackles. I'll check that. That was number 33. My apologies. Number 33 was in on the tackle. And I don't have a number 33 for the Ontario All-Stars. I believe it was Curcio that was in on the tackle there. Second down and long here. A little bit of jet sweep action, not going anywhere. He's got to wrap up on the guy. Thrown down for another loss of about 2 yards by the Ontario defense. Number 15 that time was in on the tackle for the All-Stars. As Akapova was in on defense, make the tackle on that, so making a few substitutions across the board. It's a third down and long on the 26-yard line. It's a third down and 24 here for the Trojans. With 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, the Trojans do lead 8-0 over the OFL Ontario All-Stars. This has been a very well-played, hard-hitting defensive battle by both teams. Both teams' offenses have really struggled in this game. Weak snap, ball's digging on the ground. Got to wait to see who recovered it. Ball was recovered by the Trojans. That's going to bring up a fourth down. Number 13, Allen Robinson, was the quarterback on there. He balled with the snap. The ball's got back all the way back to the 32-yard line. It's a 4th and 30. Trojans break the huddle. Three receivers to the wide side of the field, one here to the short side of the field to the boundary. 13 is back to pass. Pressure right away. It is hit and it's knocked. It's incomplete. That's a turnover on downs. Ontario holds. 7 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 8-0. The Trojans do lead. Durham quarterback back into pass. It is caught! It's caught and complete! Boston Berry at the 40, down to the 30, down to the 25, tackled down at the 19-yard line. The Durham quarterback delivers a strike to Boston Berry, who came out at the wide receiver spot, made a great over-the-shoulder tackle. Ball's down to the 20-yard line. First down, Ontario. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this ball game. Trojans have called a timeout. And out of the timeout, 6 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. Ontario with the ball on the 20-yard line. Fin right position, handoff to O'Hagan off the right edge. He's got to the edge. He's down to the 10, 5. Touchdown! Ontario All-Stars! O'Hagan, the running back out of Cambridge, Ontario, with the 20-yard scamper, makes the score 8-6, pending the extra point. Ontario lining up for the 2-point convert. Back to pass. Durham quarterback running out. Had his receiver wide open in the back of the end zone. Falls incomplete. So with 6 minutes and 48 seconds left to go, let's turn into a defensive battle. Both teams have had good drives here. Long plays, long passing plays to set some stuff up. The Trojans still do lead 8-6 over your Ontario All-Stars. Clock is running, 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Trojans lead 8-6. And the Trojans call timeout. And here we go. Jet sweep motion. Quarterback just takes it over the right edge. Nothing going on there. Gain of about a half a yard. It's going to bring up a second down. Trojans break the huddle. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. What's been a very good defensive battle in this game. Two receivers to the near side of the field, one to the right, one running back in the backfield. Little jet sweep motion again. Quarterback takes it over to the right side, trying to get to the edge. He's met in the backfield. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a third down and long here. as the clock continues to tick. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game, the fourth quarter. And here we go. The Trojans break the huddle. 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the game. Two receivers to the near side of the field. One little bit of motion. Again, the quarterback keeps it over to the right side. Nothing going on after gaining about 3 yards. That's going to bring up a fourth down. And the Trojans decide to punt the ball, moving it up 30 yards. Ontario's going to have the ball with an opportunity with 4 minutes left and 9 seconds in this really exciting game. Ball will be on the 51-yard line. First down and 10 to go, Ontario. Durham quarterback back in the slot. Flipped out to Paul, the big fullback. Made the first guy miss. Shoestring tackle, gain of about 9 yards. That's going to bring up a second down. Hardy, the injured Ontario All-Star, comes off, and here we go. A few substitutions here for the Ontario team. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Quarterback barking out signals. Inside handoff. O'Hagan's got the edge over on the right-hand side. It's enough for a first down at the 45-yard line. Big, strong run by O'Hagan on that. Just a straight zone play to the right-hand side. This will be the final play before the 3-minute warning. Zone handoff off to the left-hand side. O'Hagan's got the edge. Lower shoulder, breaks the first tackle. Brings it all the way down to the 29-yard line. First down, Ontario, with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this game. Plays blown back in. Ontario with the ball on the 29-yard line. Handoff inside to Vondette. Vondette brings it forward for a gain of about 3 yards. That's going to bring up a second down. Ontario quickly to the line of scrimmage again. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game. 8-6, Trojans do lead, as we think we have a timeout call here by Ontario. And here we go. Ontario breaks out of the timeout. Back to pass. Ball is thrown, intercepted by the Trojans. Taking a shot, and it's intercepted. He's taking it all the way back down to the 35-yard line. Brought it all the way back to the 25-yard line. Ball got caught up in the wind a little bit. Had a guy open. Overthrew him just a touch. That's pretty much going to end this chapter on this game with 1:49 left to go in what has been a well-played, fantastic game by both teams here. Unfortunate end for Ontario. Both teams have played really strong defensively, and let's see if we can finish the game quietly without any more incidents and hopefully no more injuries happening. Power sweep this time. Ontario tried to strip the ball. Good job holding on to it. Threw him down for a loss of 5 yards. Called a timeout immediately. So Ontario's probably going to get a chance to get the ball back here. Loss of about 7 yards on that. Brings up a second down. 1:44 left. Quarterback keeper gets to the outside edge a little bit. Ball was fumbled, and it looks like it's recovered by Ontario. It is recovered by the Trojans. That brings up a 3rd down. That ball was out, bouncing around a little bit. Had an opportunity to pick it up and recover it, but it was recovered by the Trojans on that, bringing up a 3rd down. One minute left to go in the game here, and it's an avalanche blitz, nowhere to go. Sacked into the backfield for a loss again, and with 1 minute and 1 second left to go in the 4th quarter. Waiting for the call to come from the Trojans. They turn it over on downs. The ball is going to come up to the 45-yard line, and it's 1st down, Ontario. Back to pass, little slip pass, O'Hagan's got it, and he's got an edge. There's a flag on the play on the block in the back. Brings it all the way down to the 25-yard line, but this is coming back on a block in the back that I can see from up here. Unfortunately, this is the right call. All right, here we go. Trips receivers to the one side. Quarterback is back to pass. It's caught. It's Boston. Gained about 7 of those yards back. Brings up a second down repeated. Second down and 16. Ontario quickly to the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers to the near side of the field. One to the top. Back to pass. Feeling the pressure and throwing down for a loss. Third down to go here. 34 seconds left. Third down and about 28 yards to go. Need a big play here. Ontario's back to pass. Pressure, and it's met in the backfield again. He's throwing down for another loss all the way back down to the 50-yard line. Ontario out of timeouts here with 17 seconds left. Play is blown back in. Trojans have dropped their 2 safeties all the way back down to the 35-yard line, which is yards to go for a first down. Motion the 4 receivers. This will be the last play of the game, so it's touchdown or bust here. Flushed out, throws the ball up. It's going to be caught, but he's going to be tackled short of the first down, and then the ball's fumbled and picked up by Boston. Brought it all the way to the 40-yard line, but that's the end of the ball game as the Trojans do win 8-6 in what was a great defensive ball game by both teams. Folks, I want to thank you very much for joining us here today. My name is Ron Ferwerda. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for the people in Baltimore who are streaming this game, for WeeStreem for putting this together for us. Thank you very much for the opportunity by the OFL to call this game. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for the Trojans for coming up. And good night from Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton.